I'm gonna do something that you've probably never seen before. Well, if you're new, but I'm gonna go back to the beginning, how it all started. All right, guys, what's up? So check this out. What I wanted to talk to you guys about today is little tips and tricks I use how to play Dragon Link. I'm gonna do my very first tips and tricks video, and we're gonna see how it played out over the past 5.5 years. Let's see if it still holds true. And you can apply this to anything. You can apply this to small bet sizes or large bet sizes, $25 bet sizes, $30 bet sizes. But when I follow that strategy, it works for me. If you've never seen the video, I'll put the link in the description. I titled it, How to Turn 100 into 1,000. So I look for the larger number fireballs when I'm playing a certain denomination. The larger the fireball numbers that come up, that's gonna be the denomination I'm gonna stick with for a while. It's my very first beginner tips and tricks that I've ever showed on the channel. So we're gonna get into the Gold Coast, and I'm gonna do that same technique, that same method, all that good stuff, and we're gonna see how that has held up over the past 5.5 years. Well, you can't be lucky at slots all the time. There's gotta be a certain method to the madness, and this is sort of my method to the madness, and it has prevailed for me, and it's what worked for me, and this is how I play the game.
I'll map it out. I just step in. Whole room fill in. When I come in, no hand on the wheels to the car move. I take what I want, make the whole block choose. Cold in my chest, deep in my tone. I don't chase clout, I'm making my own.
We'll just go straight into a Dragon Link machine. Why not, right? That's what we do. That's what we play. Let's go find a Dragon Link machine right here. I got my eye on it. Let's just keep it rolling. No cuts, no edits, and we'll see. We have Panda, but we have Company right there. Okay, so I guess you're gonna bump into somebody. The cameraman almost. All right, let's do a golden century. All right. Oh, keep it uncut, unedited. 100 in. How the channel all started. First beginner tips and tricks. I will take over. Here we go, uncut, unedited. Here we go. All right, I'll put the link in the description. So what I look for in the beginner tips and tricks video is, one, the size of the orbs in relation to our bet. Something in the 5, maybe to 10x range. We can go as low as a 5x range. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. I'm also looking for the frequency of the orbs dropping or the bonus symbols dropping, and some action, whether that's kickbacks or the activity of the orbs and the bonus symbols dropping. I'll explain more as we go along. This is doing a revamped version of the beginner tips and tricks. Here we go. All right, look it. All right, we got some bonus rounds showing. Bonus round symbols showing. Action. We're not worried about half a bet or more. That's later. Action. We got a kickback. Orbs, but we're looking for large size orbs. All right, this is equal to our bet. Equal to our bet. This is only double our bet. We're looking something 5 or 10x range. Large orbs. So we need to see large orbs, frequency of the orbs and the bonus symbols, and some action. All right, so far we're missing large size orbs, so we move on. Let's up our bet. All right, that's 4x, but we got it. Let's do another spin here. All right, we got a little action, little kickback, more kickbacks. So we're gonna say, there comes the bonus symbol. Look at it, was hiding up there. All right, we're gonna keep going. All right, but what are we missing? The size of the orbs. All three have to be present. All right, so we're gonna move on. Let's just try a 2 cent. We really want to see those large orbs. All right, action, kickback, return. There's a bonus symbol. Small orbs in relation to our bet. That's equal to our bet. We want to see them large, 5x or 10x. Let's go one more spin. All right, nothing. This is the beginner level tips and tricks. Everything that I showed 5.5 years ago. There's a bonus symbol. But look, all right, orbs. On the 5 cent, that's equal to our bet. There's some action. So we'll go one more. Orbs are small though. Yeah, too small. Oh, we got an action. We'll go one more time. More action. We'll go one more time. A little bit of action. We'll go one more time. All right. Return back to the beginning. We'll move around on different bets. Little action. We need all three present. No orbs. No bonus symbols. We're leaving that. We're going to keep that in mind. 50 cent didn't really produce anything. Bonus symbol. Orbs. Relatively small though, in accordance to our bet. Bonus symbol. Kick back. Ooh, we're gonna go. We're getting a little bit of action here. Those were large. Those orbs in relation to our bet. All right, we're starting to see some action here. Look, we're seeing this. The action is slowed down. Where's our kickbacks? We're not getting anything, so we're gonna go up. Remember, we need all three. Bonus symbol. We need large orbs in accordance with that, and kickbacks. All right, nice kickback. Another kickback. Another kickback. All right, we're not getting any large orbs, so we're just going to move on. We're going to keep doing this until we see all three present. All right, now, I'm not even going to stay. It's not even about the 3 to 5 spin method. That's way later on in the game. All right, look, nothing. Remember, let's just erase 50 cent. There we go. Let's just erase 50 cent from our bet. Nice. Come on. Last one. Oh, I wish there was an orb behind that door. Let's do another spin here. But like I said, we need to see all three. Look at that. That is what we want to see. Large size orbs in relation to our bet size. The frequency of this happening, the bonus rounds appearing, and action, which are kickbacks. So I'm going to continue. Action. At this level, I'm calling it action. Look at that. In relation, that's 10x, 5x. That's what we want to see. Bonus symbols. We're staying here. We're staying on the dollar bet. All right. Nice. There's the action. Look at that. 10x. I'm staying. I'm just going to stay. And then once that diminishes, meaning the action's gone, not those large bonus orbs or the bonus symbols, then we're going to move on. All right. Nothing's happened. Look, they diminish. We're going to, oh, I forgot. We're erasing the 50 cent bet. Let's go here. All right. It's nice in relation to our bet size. It's a bonus symbol. And we're missing action. We're not getting anything. We're not getting no kickback. A little one. We'll go one more. Nothing. All right. Let's try here. Man, there's so much glare. Relatively small symbols. Let's go here. Then we'll start to increase our bet. Nothing. This is completely dry. We go to the next bet. So far it was the 1 cent, $1. Let's keep a mental note of that. All right, little action. But we're missing, all right, we got a little bonus. We're missing the orbs. There's no orbs at all. Let's go here. Back to 1 cent, $1. Look at that. This is what we want to see. I'm going to stay here for a bit. Man, the glare. Trying to get a better angle. Look at that. All right, we're staying. We're missing one thing. Oh, we just got it. I was about to say we're missing the kickbacks. We're missing the action. All right, we're going to stay. Bonus symbol. Or bet 5x. Not bad. Oh, there we go. That's why I look for all three of those elements to be present. Yes. Come on. Orbs. Oh. Nice. All right, oh, we're up $1. So far, I locked that in. It's the 1 cent, $1 has been the most active with the most action. Bonus symbols, orbs, kickbacks. So I'm gonna primarily hover around the 1 cent, $1 bet. And once that tapers off, I'll switch bets. But because we've sort of isolated where the action, look at this. Oh my gosh. We're gonna stay here. Remember, all three have to be present. The kickbacks are drying up. Yeah, we'll go one more. We got a little bit there. All right, we're gonna switch. All three have to be present at the same time to stay. Let's do a couple here. Yeah, see how nothing has been showing up there. All right, we got one bonus symbol. Nothing. Nothing. Let's eliminate that. So we're done with the 50 cent. We're done with the 5 cent 125. Let's check this one out. Bonus symbols. 10x. Not bad, right? Kickback. We're still missing the kickback, so let's push and see. A little kickback. Nothing. Very tiny kickback. We got a bonus symbol and the orbs. 5x, we'll go one more. All right, little action. We'll go one more. Keep going. All right, that's pretty dry. Everything is pointing us back to 1 cent, $1 bet. Let's see if that continues. Let's do a few spins here. There's no numbered count. We're just, look at that. All right. Oh man, we're staying. We need some kickback. Here they come. All right. Small, right? No kickback. No kickback. Last one. All right, so we're gonna change. Bump it up. We can go higher. Maybe we'll start betting higher. All right, it's nothing. Bump it up. One bonus symbol. No orbs. Completely nothing. That's not enough. Alright, let's try this one. Small orbs. No kickbacks. No, where's the bonus symbols? Yeah, dud. Alright, let's go back to 1 cent, $1. Look at the size of those orbs. There is the action. Orbs. Where's the bonus symbol? We're missing the bonus symbol. Remember all three elements. There's one, but it's so sparse. Go one more here. All right, I'm gonna do a 250. Oh. All right, come on, Golden Century. Yes, that's a good one. All right, we're nearly back to where we started. Let's do another spin here. All right. We're just looking for all three elements to exist primarily at the same time is ideal. It's too dry. I'm moving a little bit faster. I already explained it. You can go back and watch the very first video I released on this. Let's go one more. All right. So if the machine dries up, we simply just move to a different machine. So small, those orbs. Bonus symbols aren't showing up. Let's go here. Nice. So much glare. Thank you for that mini. Yes, let me grab these. Look, it's a small major too. A lot of people chase those large majors. They'll sit down at large major machines. We don't need to. All right, I'm gonna do a backup. I'm gonna stop at 150. The whole point was to demo what I showed 5.5 years ago. It still holds up true. Beginner level Dragon League tips and tricks. We can just keep going, but it's not necessary. It's just going to be the same repeated process. All right, guys, there you go. 5.5 years later, beginner level tips and tricks for Dragon League hold up to the T. So I'll put the link in the description to the original video. You can watch the whole thing. That gives sort of a longer gameplay version. It demos what potentially could happen if you keep pushing it further past what I just did right now, but it's the same process. It's not about what I wanted during this session, it's about how I played it, how I demoed it. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you want me to do an extended version of this, I will. Larger betting version of this, I will. But anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, and definitely hype this video. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.
I drop one move, now they all on track. Talk real low, let the doubt get loud. Then I show up and I'm in that crowd. They want the method, I don't give that out. Only thing I drop is a new way out. Too many stars, tryna steal my start. Mine hit first and they flood the dark. I don't wait my turn, I take the floor. When I switch it up, they ask for more. Every code I D